Everyone, this is Japan Film Festival Los Angeles 2024. Since September 1st until 15th, we are online screening also this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 14th, 15th, we have in-person screening. And now this is a greeting from the, the filmmakers. And that today and this time, we have one filmmaker from the feature film section, and let's talking about his film. So this is the the filmmaker. Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
great.
Great. So could you introduce yourself and also the talking about a little bit about your film?
My name is Derek Shimoda, and I'm the filmmaker for The Gardener, which is it's a documentary about a Japanese immigrant who comes from Japan to America when he was young to try to have a better life. Comes to school, gets a degree in filmmaking, and so the film is about the difficulties of him coming to America and the disappointments, but in the end, he tries to persevere.
Hmm. Yeah. So this is a documentary.
Correct.
And why, what makes you inspired to make this film?
I think that the immigrant experience is something that we're all familiar with, and so I have a personal connection to the gardener,
Mm,
and so I felt it was an obligation for me to document his story because a lot of the older immigrants, the Issei's, are not going to be around much longer.
mm,
So it's very important to document that uh, while you can. So that's why it was important for me.
mm-hmm. So through making this film, how long does it take to shoot this film?
Well, this particular film took maybe 6 years, but it should not have taken that long
Mm,
because I started the documentary and then maybe 30% of the way in, the gardener said, I don't want to do this anymore.
oh,
So I stopped for maybe 2 years,
mm,
maybe 3 years. So I didn't film anything. But then in talking with other people, they said that his story is very important because it deals with racism, it deals with children in war and discrimination. And so they said that's happening now, even though it happened to him a long time ago. So as they said, it's important to tell this story because it's relevant now. So
mm.
that's one of the reasons why it was important.
Yeah, gotcha. So through making this film, I think you have a message to deliver, and maybe those like who is the audience, who gonna be your audience, and what you want to deliver them, what kind of message?
I think the message applies to everybody
Mm,
because everybody is affected by racism, discrimination, children in war. It's going and happening now. So I think that it speaks to everybody, at least something. And so I feel like this is a film for everybody that
mm,
somebody can take away. It's not just for immigrants, but everybody around the world. So I think that there's a little bit of something for everybody.
mm-hmm. Gotcha. And so through making this film, what is a hard part while you're making this film? Like, what do you struggle most?
I think, as I mentioned, I took a break not by choice, but because he didn't want to do it. So it was a little difficult to convince him that the documentary is more important than him, but important to have a message that everything in the world is happening again that really shouldn't be happening again. And so it was difficult to bring him back to do it.
Right.
So after a lot of fighting and pulling teeth, he finally agreed to do it
Mm.
again.
So, have you like thinking about to stop making? I mean, is there any certain point you kind of gave up to make this film, or you just keep on?
No, when he said no, then I don't have a documentary anymore.
Mm,
And without him, I can't really tell his story. So I stopped and then try to work on other projects.
mm,
But as I mentioned, because people told me it's a very important story, then I had to convince him
mm,
you have to do it.
yeah. So, another question it's gonna be like that. What is a fun part while you making this film, or like it makes you happy, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was finding out about the stories that he was telling
Mm,
and things that I didn't know about. So it was exciting for me to hear these things that have to do with me. And also, his story is my story.
mm,
So, I would ask him questions and he would answer things. And the answer was something that I never heard about before. So it was very exciting for me to get that information.
and share with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And is there any like the particular scene, your favorite scene or stories in the film?
Yes, I took particular care when he was describing his experience
Mm,
as a hibakusha.
mm,
So I wanted to make it very emotional because, just him saying it is emotional,
mm,
but I want to add to it and heighten it by adding footage or stills. And I wanted the composer to take a particular um, time to craft something that's very emotional
mhm.
and really kind of draws the audience in.
Yeah.
So that segment to me was very moving and satisfying.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I can tell, I can see it. And also, I wanna ask you about your editing. I mean, those scenes with not only because it's a documentary, but it's kind of your film is try to the audience having fun, like transition kind of thing. And what is like, where do you learn that, or like what makes you
Yeah,
and
I like a lot of older films, a lot of like maybe Japanese new wave films, French cinema, and they take their time in editing. So you don't have it edit, every 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. You can have a long take and it be, to me, more effective in
mm,
bringing in the audience
mm,
and let them absorb what they're looking at. Because I feel like if it's too fast, then people don't really absorb it. So I think that in my style of editing, uh, it's, I want to say patient,
mm,
but um, you know, I feel like younger people whose attention uh, is everywhere, they maybe don't kind of absorb that. They don't gravitate towards that. They want to see something fast, fast, fast.
Mm,
So I didn't necessarily make the film for them.
mm. Gotcha. So, so now is the time. So I want to ask you the last question. Gonna be your message to the audience who's gonna watch your film. Could you talk to your audience that some message from you?
Uh, I mean, the film is about a Japanese immigrant, but I feel like there's something in the film that will draw in everybody. Something. So I hope that people watch the film and get more than just maybe one or two things, but kind of like absorb the whole film and look at the entire message and not necessarily look at it uh, from one person's standpoint. Because, you know, everybody in America is essentially an immigrant. So their story is in there somewhere. So I hope that they look at it from that point, that, you know, they are a part of that story,
Mm,
um, no matter what ethnicity you are.
yeah,
So because of that, please watch the film.
yeah. Thank you very much, Derek.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, on your poster, there are many, the award or selection from so is there any chance your film is on somewhere to watch at the in person?
I haven't sought out distribution yet.
Uh-huh.
So every festival that it's played at, the majority of them also have it
Mm,
available online.
right.
So like Japan Film Festival LA
Mm,
has it online.
yes. Gotcha. So, please, stay tuned and that, if you have any chance to, show your film, let us know. And we want to share that, in the information and I want to watch your film
And
because
also
we
I
making,
want to,
yeah, many films, not only a documentary, but you also making a drama too. So,
yeah, you know, you mentioned that because a few years ago, I participated in this film festival
mm,
and we were very fortunate to win a Best Film Award.
yeah,
And so I really had a good time with the festival. So
thank
I
you.
know that I'm going to have a good time
Uh-huh.
this time as well.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. So please stay tuned. And also our festival online is until, the September 15th. We have more time. And also we have an in-person screening in the 14th and 15th on our website, that information about which film going to be on it. And most of the film is free. And so please come join to the Japan Film Festival and enjoy the Japan related, the movies and documentaries and animes and everything. So thank you very much, guys. Thank
Thank you
you.
now.
Bye. And yes. Yep, that's it.
Great.
Thank you.